how about Shah last week? James was one of the 12, right? And when the churches call it the Great Commission. Yeah, how Shah told the disciples to go and teach all nations. Well, James was one of the guys that was there. So why would James go to the 12 tribes scattered abroad if the Lord said teach all nations and everybody else? Because that's what the Lord was talking about, man.
I got this scattered. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
All people. It didn't say some people. It didn't say one land. It didn't say one part of the earth. It said, he said all people. Why? Because that's part of the curses, man. Right?
It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So I mean, you still got groups that go against saying, all the Israelites are black men. They all be black. So how can you explain this scripture? I want to see one of them dudes break down the scripture, man. That's a curse. So what the Most High curse? He applied all the curses except the scatter. The curse is scattered. It's retarded. Oh man,
it says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Right, shall scatter thee among all people. All people that's on the face of the earth today, man. Right? Continue.
It says, from the one end of the earth.
Right, just in case that didn't register, right? So he's reiterizing it again. From one end of the earth, right? Read on.
It says, from one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Even unto the other end of the earth, man. Right? So that means that we're gonna. So once that seed gets mixed into every other nation on the planet Earth, guess what? You start to take on their characteristics, man. You start to take on their looks. You start to take on their features. Right? Continue.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people,
right,
from one end of the earth,
right?
From one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods.
And that's what we did. We served other gods and we worship other philosophies, right? Yeah, we're still doing it, right?
And thou shalt serve other gods,
right,
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Right, and our fathers what? Were meaning our first estate, right? Or our first heritage was what? The laws, statutes, commandments, and the scriptures, man. Which were what? From our forefathers. But once this curse applied to us, we were scattered around the whole earth. Then we started to worship their gods. We started to do their doings. Right? Which even wood and stone, meaning all those idols they create out of what? Wood and stone, right?
Yeah, I got something. Psalm chapter 106, verse 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations. Who did not destroy the nations? Israel, man. All right. Back in the history, back in ancient Israel, all right, the Lord gave instructions by way of Moses, Joshua, Caleb, all right. The other leaders, I believe Othniel was one, all right, to destroy the nations, man. It says, concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen. They were mingled among the heathen, like we're going into, man. Meaning what? You mix your seed with their women, and vice versa. You take on their customs, all right? You don't treat them as what they're supposed to be, all right? Which is an inheritance. But you treat them as they're equal with you. But that's not the way the Most High intended it to be, all right? If you were to take a woman of another nation, all right, you would cut her hair off, hair and nails, all right, and leave her to mourn, all right, what, for like a month, yeah, I believe a month.
Yeah, a month, yeah.
You know? If you were to take a woman of another nation, but Jake wasn't doing that. Like, nah, I want to marry this woman, and they had the ceremony and all of that. Make her your primary wife. The scriptures say, when you look up that word concubine, all right, it goes into saying secondary wife, meaning she's is just a play toy, man. Exactly. She doesn't have the same privilege and benefits as your actual Israelite woman. So, but we're mingled among the heathen and learn their works. Learn their works. One of the major works of the heathen is idolatry, man. All right, which leads into all kinds of other wickedness. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. They served their idols, which were a snare unto them. And then it says, oh, you get Tobit 13, verse 3 and 5. Yeah, this is Psalm 106, get Tobit real quick out. See?
13 and 5. It says, verse 3, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. I mean, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? It says, confess ye among the heathen, right? Because it says, for he hath scattered us among them. Among who? The heathen. The heathen are who? The other nations. Okay?
That it?
Matter of fact, let me read on. This 5 is good too. It says, there declare his greatness and extol him before all the living, for he is our Lord, and he is our power, our Father forever. Verse 5 it says, and he will scourge us for our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations.
Right, Isaiah 14:1. For the Most High will yet have mercy on Israel and yet choose Jacob, man. You know? By way of who? The elect.
It says, and will gather us out of all nations.
Will gather us. Mainly that gathering is coming through the chariots, man. Alright? Not on this side, getting with every alphabet camp, joining hands and hugging, man. Alright? Saying, oh, you might believe the name of the Lord is Ahia, but we Israelites, bro. Let's put that aside. Nah, man, that's not how we're going to be gathered. We're going to be gathered ultimately in the deliverance, man. That's why the scriptures say, come ye my people, enter into the chambers, man.
It says, and will gather us out of all nations among whom we have scattered us.
And gather us out of all nations among whom we was scattered amongst, man. All right? And the scripture in Isaiah 11 tells you key places where Israel was scattered, man. All right? Syria being one of them. All right? Syria, all throughout the earth. All right? The Israelites have been scattered due to the curses, man. And guess what? That's generation after generation. It only takes about 2 generations for you to actually start to really look like another nation.
Like this.
Right, exactly, man.
His father's a so-called Levite. His mother's a Edomite with red hair. He looks like a straight Edomite, man. And then he married a white woman, and his son looked like a straight, you know?
Yeah, straight up,
straight, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I like to say he don't look like the typical Haitian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna see Jake looking like typical Jakes, man. All right? Because why? It's a spiritual thing. That's what the Most High is concerned with. The Most High, it deals with the heart. It doesn't deal with the outward appearance. All right? Just because you look like the typical Negro or the typical Hispanic or Latino or typical Native American Indian or typical Mexican doesn't mean you're going to be delivered. You understand? The Lord is dealing with the inward man.
Let me finish this.
All right.
I'm saying I got a precept. Right. This is 2nd Ezra 2, verse 34. It says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand.
Oh, damn, that's the spirit. Well, I had that.
Oh, you had it?
That's the spirit.
I'll read it again. It says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand. So that got to be talking about, that can't be talking about the natural, natural heathen or the Gentile, the natural Gentile, because they can't hear and understand these scriptures, man. That got to be talking about the Israelite foreigners, right? It says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand. And how do we know that? It tells you in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, that you had Israelites called Israelite foreigners heathens, man. They consider them heathens, foreigners, castaways, right? It says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd. No, the heathens ain't got a shepherd, right? That's according to who the Lord, man. The heathens don't have a shepherd. The heathens don't have a savior. Exactly. It says that hear and understand, look for your shepherd. He shall give you everlasting rest, for he is nigh at hand, that shall come in the end of the world. That's talking about the Lord delivering. It's from Genesis all the way to Revelation. It speaks of what? The deliverance of the Israelites, man. And that's not going to change. Go ahead.
Before we move on, I got a quick word here to break down the word mingle. That's Psalms 106.
106, 134.
Yeah, Psalms word mingle. Just for argument's sake, because we're talking about the Israelite foreigners. So you can have a dummy out there, like going back to Deuteronomy 20 and 64. They said I would scatter thee among the heathens. Now you can have a dumb dummy out there who can say, well, he can say mix with seed. He said among them. So that means he could just put you there, but among them. Among don't mean blending. Some dummy could go ahead with that. But this one says in Psalms 106, he will mingle you. All right. Now, a dummy can still argue. I'm talking about other camps, whatever, if they want to deny it. Mingle, mingle doesn't mean to make one, or to. It can still mean among you, just stand next to somebody. So anyway, I got the word mingled here in the blue letter. All right, and it says arav. Okay. And here's a few adjectives. It says surety, metal, mingle, occupies. Here's the word I want to bring out. It says becoming. That's more. So that really means the Most High scattered you to become the heathens, man, basically, so to speak. How do you become something or become a heathen? You have to be actually born into it.
Yeah.
This is not when it says among or mingled. It doesn't mean the Most High places there for one lifetime, man. All right, and died off, because you can have stupid ass dummies out there try to argue that point, man. All right, no. The word mingle in Psalms 106 means one of the definitions is to become. Okay? The Most High actually made us become the other nations, man. Not necessarily to say we become another nation, but become them as far as being born into them, but still being Israelites.
Yeah, and that all fulfills Hosea the 1st chapter.
It don't mean mingling with seeds, like mingling with sperm, fucking faggots.
Yeah.
That's some homo shit.
That's right.
That means dealing with the women of them nations, all right, and then taking on the customs of them other nations, and eventually, having children with them, and then making them as one with you, man. All right, for your children, your offspring start to look like them because you done mingle yourself with them.
Here's another definition. It says interchange with him to succeed in his place.
See? Damn, man, that's plain, man. That's plain. You're gonna have Jakes, all right, that look like so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese. You see it on the web, man. All right, they got dancing crews where you clearly see that these ain't no damn gooks. All right, dancing. I forget, one of them is called the
Jabberwockies. Yeah.
The Jabberwockies, man. The water, that's the spirit, man. Fucking Jabberwockies. Those aren't damn gooks, man. They from Japan, right? Chinese is one of them. But those are Jakes, man.
Just like the famous Bruce Lee.
Yeah, man. Bruce Lee is a very good example. Very good example, man. An older example at that. You ain't gonna have Jake looking like the typical Negro in the ghetto, the typical Puerto Rican or Dominican or so-called Mexican, man, in the ghettos out here. Because we're scattered, man. There's ghettos all over the goddamn globe, man. There's ghettos in Germany, there's ghettos in Russia, there's ghettos in Britain. And Britain goes without saying, you got a whole shitload of jakes out there. France. Yeah, you got these two, speaking of, the spirit got it to where, speaking of these dancing guys, man, these two jakes from France. They call themselves the Les Twins.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, these two niggas from France. They speak French. They out there in France, man. Well, they from France. They do look like regular Negroes, but just to say, man, Jake was all over the place, man.
Right, and let's say that was the case, right? That the Most High placed us or scattered us in certain lands for one generation, and that's it. That's only punishment. So punishment lasts for just one generation. That's not something to fear, man.
Why the hell are we still here?
Yeah.
Well, I got something. This is proof that is this. Revelation chapter 5 verse. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, so just to harp on that again, I just wanted to bring out, like we're all bringing out, that word among, because dummies like to want to argue against that, or mingle too. Like the word amongst in Deuteronomy 28:64, and the word mingled in Psalms 106. That actually means that we're talking about is to become that nation. And to become a nation, you have to actually be born into it. To be born into it, but not literally becoming as your spirit, but becoming as far as your customs and even how you look. Basically your appearance. But inside you're still an Israelite, and you can tell through your mannerisms, how they talk, how they move. That's why the Italians, the Sicilians, the Irish, they go back to Israel, man. They go back to the so-called black man. That's why they got the same vibe, man. That's why you got Mayweather, McGregor. Mayweather really facing himself, man. You got McGregor, as far as the people, he acts just the same as or how he used to, what Mayweather used to act. Flashy, money, cars, you know what I mean? And not only that, but it's just Spirit reveals it. Pertaining to Romans 8, the 8th chapter. 8:16, I believe.
If you can't see it, you just can't see it. If you don't think Congress is Jake, all right, then fine. You don't got to. It's not the be destroyed and thrown into destruction because of that. But you got Israel that look like heathen.
Yeah, that's right.
Common sense. You can look like one tribe and be from another.
That's right. You
can look like one nation and be from another.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Revelation 5 and 9. And they sung a new song saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
There you go. Out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, man. That's part of that's why that's going back to what the prophecy or the curse of Israel being scattered, man. Or else why would it mention that in Revelation? And this is talking about in the end before he returns, man. Right? Continue.
Yep. Okay. And they sung a new song saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof.
Which are what? Which consist of all the prophecies. Right? So it's saying he is worthy to open the seals thereof, right? Read on.
For thou wast slain, has redeemed us to the Most High.
Yeah, has redeemed us to the Most High, meaning we're going to be adopted back or brought back onto the Most High, man. Right? Read on.
By thy blood.
Right. Yeah. When the Lord was crucified. Okay. Continue.
Out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
People and nation, man. You can't get any clearer than that. Meaning what? Israel is going to be scattered, man. So we're going to look like it's not. We're not going to be scattered and put in a place in a certain area just for one generation.
Y'all just stay over here.
Yeah, stay over here.
You in timeout. Most of them put us on spiritual timeout. All right, stay right there for a while. No, we amongst other nations. We had children of nations. Our children started to like them. And in time, those children began to keep their customs. Also, I understand about that.
Even like you said before, you made a great point, man. even amongst our own nation, man. Even just so let's say I'm from the tribe of Levi. If I get with a tribe of Ephraim, right, a woman from the tribe of Ephraim, we have a child, you know, that child is gonna be a Levite, you know, but it may look like a Ephraim.
That's right.
It may look like a so-called Puerto Rican, but that child is a Haitian or from the tribe of Levi. That can even happen in our own name. For example, Carmelo Anthony, man. Carmelo Anthony, he's so-called in the world definition, half Puerto Rican and half black. But really, he's Puerto Rican, but he looks like he's so-called black, like or an American Negro. But he's really from the tribe of Ephraim, Puerto Rican. You know, that's a perfect example.
You might have one tribe that might not accept him because of that. Some other half, so-called. That's how even look at him on the thing. You got Jim up here, Haitian.
Yeah.
Haitians out here. You got Benjamin from American blacks. They even have it amongst our own people. This is St. John, chapter 10.
Yeah, even my own tribe. So, you know, I'm come on some Haitians, oh, you Americanized. You ain't even true Haitian. You ain't true Haitian.
That's what happened back then. Chapter 2. That's what was happening back then.
The same thing you Israelites do back then was the same thing. Just like we could go tribe and tribe, but just like the Puerto Ricans, right? They call the Puerto Ricans that are born up here in New York City, New Yorkers, man. They don't consider them real because the Spanish that they speak is different from the Spanish they speak in Puerto Rico. So they be like, man, y'all some fake Puerto Ricans, and it could be it could be their daughter, man. It could be from somebody that's in their own damn family, right? That's the same thing you Israelites did back then, right?
And differentiate between one another based upon complexion. Come on now, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, because they wasn't physically circumcised like the Gentiles, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Right.
Yeah, good. So it says, wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh. So yeah, actual Israelites who were Gentiles in the flesh, not that they were actual other nations, but their flesh was not actually physically circumcised like the Gentiles. So there were past Gentiles in the flesh who are called uncircumcision. Just being called, y'all guys are uncircumcised. Y'all are uncircumcision. By who? By that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands. Who are the ones that were circumcised in the flesh made by hands? The Israelites, the Jews living in Jerusalem.
Yeah, because why?
Like the Pharisees, for example.